Business continuity audit and disaster recovery. Business continuity audit and disaster recovery. 1. Introduction. In the digital and globalized era, companies and organizations rely heavily on information technology, data, and integrated business processes. Disruptions to these systems and processes, whether due to natural disasters, earthquakes, floods, fires, cyber threats, ransomware, DDoS attacks, technical failures, server downtime, network outages, or human error, can significantly impact operational continuity. Therefore, planning, testing, and evaluation mechanisms are needed to ensure the organization can continue operating or recover quickly after an incident. The two main concepts that form the pillars of this strategy are business continuity, disaster recovery. To ensure both are effective, business continuity audits and disaster recovery audits are conducted. 2. Definitions. A. Business continuity audit. A business continuity audit is a systematic process to examine, assess, and evaluate the effectiveness of an organization's business continuity plan, BCP. This audit aims to ensure that the documented business continuity plan is complete. The plan can be implemented effectively in the event of an incident. The necessary processes and resources are available and trained. The plan complies with international standards and company policies. The BCP itself is a strategic document that explains how an organization will continue critical business operations during a disruption. B. Disaster recovery. Disaster recovery is a component of business continuity that focuses on the recovery and restoration of information technology systems, data, infrastructure, and IT services after a disaster. A disaster recovery plan, DRP, typically contains data backup and restore procedures, IT infrastructure recovery strategies, servers, networks, applications, determining the recovery time objective, RTO, and the tolerable data loss target, RPO. 3. Differences between business continuity and disaster recovery. Aspects of business continuity, BC, disaster recovery, DR. Focus, maintaining overall business process continuity, restoring IT systems and data. Scope, business processes, human resources, communications, and infrastructure. IT infrastructure, applications, and databases. Duration, during and after a disaster. After a disaster occurs. Approach, operational and management strategy. Technical and technology strategy. 4. Objectives of a BC and DR audit. This audit is conducted to assess the organization's preparedness to face potential disruptions or disasters. Ensure the effectiveness of the prepared BCP and DRP. Identify weaknesses or gaps in existing plans. Provide recommendations for improvement based on industry standards. Support compliance with regulations and standards such as ISO 22301 or NIST SP 800-34. Reducing the risk of downtime and financial loss due to operational disruptions. 5. Audit scope. BC and DR audits typically include the following: policy and governance, existence of a formal BC and DR policy, full support from top management, business impact analysis, BIA, identification of critical business processes, recovery prioritization, risk assessment, identifying potential threats, analyzing system vulnerability levels, business continuity and disaster recovery strategy, alternative worksite plans, data backup and replication procedures, test and maintenance plans, emergency simulation testing, regular revision of the BCP and DRP, employee training and awareness, training programs for all relevant parties, vendor and third-party management, emergency service contracts with technology providers or backup locations. 6. BC and DR audit stages. Audit planning. Determine the scope, objectives, methodology, and audit team. Data collection. Review BCP/DRP documents, conduct interviews, and conduct field observations. Testing. Conduct disaster simulations, backup and restore trials, and failover tests. Gap analysis. Compare organizational practices with standards and best practices. Report preparation. Present findings, risk analysis, and recommendations. Follow-up. Monitor the implementation of recommendations and plan improvements. 7. Standards and frameworks. Some of the standards and frameworks used are ISO 22301, Business Continuity Management Systems, BCMS, ISO/IEC 27031, ICT Readiness for Business Continuity, NIST SP 800-34 Rev 1, Contingency Planning Guide, COBIT 2019, IT Governance and Control Framework, ITIL Service Continuity Management, IT Service Management Best Practices. 8. Benefits of BC and DR audits. Reducing operational risk. Minimizing the impact of service disruptions. Maintaining customer trust. Enhancing professional image and reliability. Supporting regulatory compliance. Avoiding legal penalties. Improving response efficiency. Improving emergency coordination. Raising risk awareness. Encouraging a culture of preparedness. 9. Case example. A financial services company experienced a ransomware attack that locked down all file servers. BCP enabled services to continue operating by diverting transactions to manual branches and phone lines. DRP was used to restore servers from daily cloud backups, with an RTO of 4 hours and an RPO of 15 minutes. The audit results indicated a successful recovery, but recommended increasing the frequency of DRP testing, increasing cybersecurity training. 10. Conclusion. Business continuity and disaster recovery audits are essential tools for ensuring an organization's preparedness for various disruptions. With regular audits, BCP and DRP plans can be continuously refined to continue business operations. Customer service is uninterrupted. The organization's reputation is maintained.